an ex-Formula One driver makes his NASCAR Cup debut. And by the end of the day, he's standing face-to-face in a heated confrontation on pit road. What went down between Kevin Magnussen and Noah Gragson is something you need to see for yourself. But trust me, this story gets more intense the deeper you go. And hey, real quick, if you're a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation news is just getting started, and we're pushing toward our next subscriber milestone. It's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every single week. All right, let's get into it. Kevin Magnussen, the former Formula One driver, made his NASCAR Cup Series debut this past Sunday, and at first, things were looking pretty solid. He started 21st in the 39-car field and spent a good chunk of the race running inside the top 20. He even picked up the bonus point for the fastest lap near the end of the event. Not bad at all for a Cup debut. But here's the thing. The day didn't go perfectly. Magnussen had a mid-race spin, and later a strategy gamble didn't work out the way his team hoped. He stayed out late on old tires, saving a fresh set for a caution that never came. As a result, he ended up finishing 27th. However, there was one problem that ended up stealing the spotlight from everything else. His battle with Noah Gragson. And this rivalry didn't start at the end of the race. It started much earlier. The first flashpoint came on lap 25. Magnussen braked later than Gragson and slammed into the back of him. What happened next surprised everyone. The two drivers immediately began banging doors on the straightaway. Gragson aggressively blocked. Magnussen kept pushing, and the fight for 32nd place suddenly became one of the most intense battles on the track. The back and forth continued for several laps. At one point, Gragson even moved Magnussen in the final chicane, and that's when frustration started boiling over. During a caution, Magnussen got on the radio and said, and I quote, "I'm stuck behind this guy, I don't know who he is." At that point, nobody knew the story was far from over. Later in the race, the two drivers found each other again. Gragson got ahead of Magnussen as both drivers tried to avoid a spinning Tyler Reddick. With just a couple of laps left in Stage 2 and 37 laps still remaining in the race, Magnussen was right on Gragson's bumper. The two were battling for 15th on track. Then something unexpected happened. Magnussen went underneath Gragson on the run into turn 4. He made contact with the number 4 Ford. Gragson spun and slammed the wall. The damage was severe enough to end his race on the spot. Meanwhile, Magnussen continued on. He lost just one position to Chase Elliott while checking up. But Gragson's day was over, and that's when everything changed. After the race, Gragson was waiting on pit road, now dressed in street clothes. He approached Magnussen and confronted the Danish driver face to face. What followed was a heated exchange that lasted about 90 seconds. Front Row Motorsports' Dalton Hopkins captured the entire interaction on video. Gragson opened with, "What's your fosht problem? You guys come over here, you fosht drive off into the corner just because you got fenders on it." Magnussen didn't back down. His response was simple. "Get the fuck out of my face." He repeatedly told Gragson to fuck off and to get out of my face. But Gragson kept pushing. He fired back. "Or what? What are you gonna do?" Again and again, he demanded to know what Magnussen's problem was. Eventually, Magnussen responded, "My problem is you in my face." But that wasn't enough. Gragson continued pressing the issue, and Magnussen came right back with, "You don't understand English, or what? I'm saying fuck off." Nothing was resolved. No apologies. No agreement, no peace made. Eventually, the two went their separate ways at the urging of a PR representative. But here's what makes this story even more interesting. This isn't the first time Noah Gragson has confronted a Trackhouse Racing driver after a race. Back at Kansas Speedway during the 2023 Cup season, Gragson clashed with Ross Chastain and confronted him afterward. That situation escalated differently. Chastain actually punched Gragson in the face after warning him to back off. And that's not the only confrontation on Gragson's resume. Throughout his NASCAR career, he's been involved in several heated incidents. He's thrown punches in past altercations with Daniel Hemric and Harrison Burton while racing in the lower series. So now the question goes to you. Was Magnussen's move on Gragson in turn 4 intentional, or was it simply hard racing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I genuinely want to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to NASCAR Nation News, and become part of the community. We talk real NASCAR every week. No fluff. Just the stories that fans care about most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.